Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be reading chapter 4 to chapter 6. Let's get started. Izuku's POV. Izuku is currently squealing right now. Kachan texted him? How did he even get his info? Why did he move to California? Could they meet someday? Maybe they... Earth to Izuku. Izuku was interrupted from his thinking by a slightly large hand waving in front of his face. Huh? Oh, sorry, I must have spaced out for a second. Izuku awkwardly chuckled. Huh, dude, you were mumbling for like 3 minutes. Shoto laughed and walked back over to his side of the room. Izuku looked up at his roommate. His laugh was cute. How old are you? Izuku curiously asked the taller boy on the other side of the room. I just turned 20 a few months ago. Shoto replied. What about you? Shoto asked his roommate back. 19. I won't be 20 until next year. That means you're connected with your soulmate. Now, how is it? Izuku frowned. I actually haven't really felt anything other than one time he got kicked in the balls. Izuku laughed, remembering when he felt it. He totally wanted to see how it happened. He? Shoto asked, confused. Yep, my soulmate's a guy. Hopefully. Izuku nervously chuckled. The only ones who knew that he was gay was him, his mother, and his two friends. He didn't really come out to his other friends yet. You're gay too? That's nice. I'm bi. Shoto smirked and picked up his phone to find something to do. He's bi? Izuku's heart jumped. He was one step closer. Izuku got a message from Uraraka. Midoriya! Yes, Raka? Come to the mall with me and Ida. It's going to be boring going around buying new glasses with Ida. Okay, I'll be there in a few. Izuku chuckled to himself. That poor girl. She got stuck shopping with Ida. Uraraka and Ida were Izuku's best friends. They met in middle school on the first day. They kind of just stuck together 24/7 ever since then. He then had an idea. Hey, is it okay if I bring my new roommate? I want to get to know him more and introduce him to you guys. Is he hot? Yes, steaming hot. Then he's welcome into our trip. Izuku laughed, even though it was obvious that Uraraka had a huge crush on Ida. She and Izuku would always find themselves checking a guy out. Hey Todoroki, me and my friends are going to the mall right now. Do you want to come? Izuku shyly asked the bicolor roommate. Shoto looked over in Izuku's direction. Sure. They then got up and started at the door. Once they got outside, it hit the cold. Izuku shivered. Shit, he should have brought a sweater or something. Well, someone doesn't know how to check the weather. Shoto looked over to Izuku, seeing him shiver and clenching his teeth. Oh, shush. I'm used to the weather. Izuku smirked and held his nose in the air, like he was a ruler. He put his hands down and acted like it wasn't cold anymore. Shoto chuckled. They reached the parking lot. Do you have a car? Shoto asked Izuku. Nope, I haven't learned how to drive yet. Izuku was so embarrassed about this. He knew this question was going to come up any second and still wasn't prepared. Truth is, he was terrified to drive a vehicle, mostly because his father died in a car accident when he was 4. He had secondhand trauma and decided he was never going to drive behind a wheel. Oh, well, you could ride in my car. The two stopped at the 2020 black and white Porsche. Whoa, Izuku was in shock. How much money does this kid have? Like what you see? Shoto chuckled and unlocked the car. You're rich? Izuku got into the car with Shoto. No, my dad is. He's the CEO of 3 companies. I just borrow his card when I want to. Shoto reached in the back seat for something. He found what he was looking for and grabbed it. Here, Shoto handed Izuku a white hoodie with a black Chinese symbol in the middle of it. Oh, thanks. Izuku put on the hoodie. It was a little too big. It gave Izuku sweater paws. But Shoto thought it looked kind of cute. The hoodie smelled like his roommate. Izuku smiled to himself. They pulled off and headed to the mall. Chapter 5, Kasuke's POV. Once the movie was finally over, the shit-haired blonde walked up to the seat I was at. You enjoyed the movie, Bakubro? Bakubro? Is he now giving me nicknames now? Don't call me that again. The movie was fine, I guess. The trio started walking out of the theater before they could make it all the way out, though. They were greeted by another trio. One had pinkish, palish skin with a bouncy, bubble pink hair. Kind of like Deku's, Kasuke thought. But she had black eyes that reminded Kasuke of a raccoon eyes somehow. She had a half shirt on with the words fancy on it and blue jeans. Next to her stood almost 6 foot tall Mel. He had black hair, which was down, some falling into his face. He had on a plain black hoodie and ripped blue jeans. Lastly was the girl on the other side of the pink one. This one had purple hair, which was short. She had an all-black t-shirt and went with ripped black jeans. The tall male ran up to Danky. Danky! He yelled to get the blonde's attention. Danky turned to his friend. Zero! He ran up to the boy as they crashed together. They tumbled onto the floor. They started laughing, almost crying with laughter. Dumbasses. Mina! Danky got up from the floor, running up to the pink girl. He hugged her and looked at the purple one next to her. His face got red real fast. Hey, Jiro! He nervously chuckled. Jiro nodded her head in response. Kirishima pulled my hand and walked me up to the group of friends. Hey guys, this is my new roommate, Kosuke Bakugo. He smiled, pointing at me. They all turned to me. The pink one started. Hey, my name's Mina Ashido. This is Zero. She pointed at the tall male next to her. He tilted his head up to Bakugo, indicating he was saying sup. Bakugo tilted his head back. This is Jiro. She pointed to the purple-haired girl. Sup, she simply said and looked back onto her phone. Anyways, I hope we could be really good friends. Welcome to our friend group. Mina smiled and leaned over to hug Kosuke. Kosuke didn't resist, even though he wanted to. He was just tired and wanted to sleep. The boring movie wore him out. We all went to the ice cream bar after that. Turns out that the Jiro girl could talk, and she and Dunceface are definitely crushing on each other. While talking and getting to know each of them, that question of course came. Mina put her ice cream sundae down and looked over at me. How are you and your soulmate? Felt anything? She asked, tilting her head a little bit. Yeah, almost every morning this kid falls out of bed. Kosuke laughs at the thought. He definitely want to see how it happens and how they fall on their face every morning. Mina and the others laughed too. Huh, must be tough, Danky laughed. I bet your soulmate is devastated. As clumsy as you are, it's only been 1 day since I met you. Bakugo spat back, meaning it was a joke. Everyone, including Danky, laughed and nodded in agreement. Once they finished their dessert, everyone said their goodbyes. Kirishima and Kosuke walked to the red car. So, do you like my friends? Kiri eagerly looked over at Kosuke, excitedly waiting for him to hear his answer. I guess they're all right. They act like you, Kosuke smirked. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Kirishima whined as they reached the car. They were both tired from laughing the whole way there, and the movie and the food. They arrived at the dorms. Kosuke headed right to his bed. Tomorrow he had school. Ugh. Should I text Deku goodnight, or would it be weird? Kosuke decided to text him. It's just a good night, right? It's normal. You still up? Yep, can't sleep. Oh, why can't you sleep? I have school tomorrow and I'm stressed. Just calm down. Try to think of the good things. Like you'll meet new friends. Thanks, Kachan. I'll try that. Oh, and Kachan? Yes. I was wondering, could we talk tomorrow on the phone? Not texting? What's wrong with texting? Do I reply too slow or something? No, not at all. I just wanted to hear you and actually talk to you. Oh, okay. Call me after you get out of class then. I'll most likely be out too. Okay. Good night, Kachan. Good night, nerd. Okay, that was the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys!